I was going to be the perfect mother. I had my degree in social work. I had worked in a therapeutic preschool with toddlers. I had worked with troubled teenagers. I was a caseworker working with adult mentally ill. And I was pretty successful in all those endeavors. I had all the knowledge. I had all the information. I was going to rock it as a mom. And then I had my first child. And he was adorable. Isn't he cute? Awesome kid. And I wanted to tear up every single mental health book that I have received in school. Anything with training, I wanted to rip it off. Yeah. So, like most young kids, my son had big emotions. Okay, he had temper tantrums. Big temper tantrums, major temper tantrums. So the big counseling parenting theory of the early 90s was behavior modification. You put your child into timeout and you had behavioral charts. If a child misbehaved, you put him into timeout until they calm down. Whatever you do, do not let them out before they calm down, or it will reinforce that they're crying and screaming and acting up, gets them what they want. You have to be tougher than the kid. So, yes, I had all this background and all this wonderful professional advice, gonna rock this mom thing. So my son would have temper tantrums, and I would put him into timeout, and he wouldn't stop. It would get worse and worse and worse. I'm like, what do I do? They say not to let him out. Okay, okay, calm down. It went on and on and on, and it would escalate and escalate. And sometimes he was stronger-willed than me. It would be for hours that he'd have these temper tantrums. You'd think he'd wear out, but he wouldn't. Okay. So I worked in the mental health field. I'd go to my colleagues, and I'd go to supervisors that I trusted. And I said, what do I do? This child went to my books. You've got to be stronger, Sarah. You have got to be stronger, because behavior modification always works. If it's not working, you're doing it wrong. Oh my gosh, I got to be stronger. Let's put him in his room. Scream, scream, scream. Seriously, sometimes I'd go in there and toys would be broken. Again, try to resort to with the advice of the day, mental health advice of the day. Sarah, you've got to be strong. If you one time give in to him. I couldn't do it anymore. I asked my mom, Mom, what do I do? I didn't want to tell anyone. I was asking my mom. So she said, Sarah, you had a brother who had problems like that. And you know what I did? Couldn't give him a hug, but I scratched his back. Say what? Scratch his back? That's not the theory of the day. I was desperate. There's no way I was going to tell my colleagues and my supervisors in the mental health field that I was going to scratch his back. But so he screamed, scratched his back. Yeah, he was upset, but instead of hours, it was minutes until he calmed down. Yeah, it worked. Strangely, my mom's advice is load. Anxious, depressed, angry, we cannot think clearly. And until we calm down those emotions, we can't rationalize and move on. I didn't give in to him when I scratched his back. I didn't give him what he wanted. But I reassured him, and he was able to feel those emotions and calm down. Mom's theory is what research and brain science is now currently showing works.